I'm going to call this monthly meeting of the Scarborough Sanitary District to order. Before the roll call, I want to call for a moment of silence for Josh Ward, who passed away on April 15th. Thank you. All right, we'll call the roll. Ben.
Here.
Jason.
Here.
Joe.
Here.
Mike.
Here.
I'm Chairman Nick Rico. We have Ruth and Tony D'Amelio on excused absences today. Approval of the minutes? Or do you want to go do the audit presentation first? Okay. Approval of the minutes.
Motion to approve.
Thank you, Jason.
Second.
Thank you, Ben. Any corrections?
As amended.
Yeah, I would say the second mention of 634. Let's take that one out, otherwise it's pretty good. All in favor of the minutes as amended? None opposed. Thank you. Superintendent's report, you're up, Dave.
All right. A copy of the monthly report of operations for the month of March is included in your packet. Our average effluent flow was 1.38 million gallons per day. Our effluent quality was well within our permitted limits with 94% BOD removal and 98% TSS removal with concentrations of 10 and 4 milligrams per liter respectively. Copy of the pump station flows for the month of March is also included in your packet. The Dunstan Road Pump Station's hydro arranger, which reports the flow data, failed and was replaced by the end of the month. The hydro arranger only reports flow during that time, and the station ran with no other issues. This district hosted a tour of about 21 students from the Albert McCormick's AP Environmental Science class from the Scarborough High School. It was a great tour, and it was an eye-opening experience for them. They asked some great questions that covered topics ranging from general operations to PFAS, sludge disposal, budget, job opportunities, and the use of solar energy. Now famous stickers were a hit with them, and we look forward to having them back again next year. Uprise Partners, I meant to edit this. They've been in the process of onboarding our computer system with them. I have a meeting to update the progress this coming Monday. And as Nick mentioned, on April 15th, Josh Roy tragically passed away due to a heart attack, just 10 days shy of his 40th birthday. The district was well represented at his celebration of life and at his service this past Monday. And his family reached out to me on many occasions thanking me. He greatly enjoyed his time working for the district. He was a great employee and who I saw filling my role upon my retirement. Josh will be greatly missed. And that's all I have at this point.
Any questions for the superintendent? So today will be Josh's birthday. Correspondence, we have none, no business, old business, new business. 2023 audit.
Willett and Associates is here to present the 2023 annual audit. I recommend approving.
Motion to approve.
Thank you, Jason. Second. Thank you, Mike. Okay. I think we'll turn the floor over to Christian Smith, our auditor, to present the audit.
Mike Dodd.
I'm sorry. That's my auditor.
Yeah.
Oh, my word.
I personally know Christian.
You know, I know
You guys used to work together.
My word.
30 songs ago.
Forgive me.
That's
I'm
fine.
sorry, Mike.
No,
Oh my
that's
God.
fine. Kristen Smith does live here in Scarborough, and
He
pays his
does.
sewer bill.
He does.
Mike does not.
My
That's good to know.
God.
Live in Scarborough.
Live in Scarborough, pay our sewer bill.
Well, thanks for having me here. I don't have a presentation up on the board this year, but I've produced some copies, the PowerPoint. As part of the audit, we certainly have your financial statements, which are bound in front of you. And we also have the Board of Trustees report, which is a 4-page letter. As usual, the PowerPoint will go over both of those and connects them both, so you can follow along with the letter and the financial statements as we go through the certain slides. So just to start with the PowerPoint and go through that. Overview of our audit. As an independent audit firm, we come in and review the financial statements that the district puts together. And what the purpose of that is that when we review that and perform our procedures, that it actually we provide an opinion on those financials, which provides some assurance to any readers of those financials. Also part of our process, we look at management's internal controls over financial reporting, and if we have any suggestions to improve those, we certainly communicate those to management and also the trustees. Also, on occasion, with the financial reporting, there new accounting standards may be issued, new reporting standards that may need to be adopted by the district in order to report the financial statements in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles and government auditing standards. And when those come out, we provide some technical assistance with management to ensure that those reporting standards are met and any new accounting standards are adopted. Looking at the trustee letter, everybody should have a copy of that. This is a required communication as a result of the audit. We're required to communicate certain areas of our audits directly to the trustees, and these are outlined and bold and underlined in italics and stuff like that all through this letter. And just to kind of, I've summarized them on this PowerPoint. So just to kind of go through these, the first page, the qualitative aspects of accounting practices. This talks about new standards or policies that were adopted during the year. Also talks about accounting estimates that may be included in your financials and any significant disclosures. Looking at the accounting policies, no new standards were adopted this year. As your financials are comparative, that means the information when you compare it, when you're looking through your financials from year to year, are comparative with no significant changes to how the accounting has occurred. Significant estimates is we consider depreciation as one of your significant estimates. Again, depreciation is when you buy a capital asset in the current year. Management estimates the life of this asset and expenses that over the life of the asset rather than in the year that it's purchased. A lot of times these methods are based on the PUC outline, although the district isn't required to follow them. They use that as a guide to put together the estimated lives of those assets. Significant disclosures. The disclosures in the financial statement have not changed compared to prior years. And we don't feel at this point there's any significant disclosure that's that's warranted to be told to the trustees. Going on page 2, we look at these other areas. If we had difficulties encountered in performing our audit, if there were any uncorrected misstatements, disagreements with management during the audit, or other type of management representations or consultations with other independent accountants, these would be communicated directly to the trustees. As you can see with the PowerPoint, there were none, with the exception of the uncorrected misstatements. So the uncorrected misstatements is when we perform our procedures on your financial information. If we have an adjustment to make compared to what is presented in your financials, we're going to communicate this to the board, and they're going to not just to the trustees, but to management, and make a decision of whether that misstatement needs to be adjusted in the financial statements. In the back of this letter is a listing of those. We had 3 of them. One of them is GASB Statement 87, which deals with leases. The district doesn't have any leases per se. It's obligated to. It's the leases for the cell tower, where you're actually receiving revenue from. Under GASB 87, there's no significant adjustment with those.